the windscreen on my microphone. So I would recommend wearing headphones for this video so that you can get the proper sounds out of it. I never wear headphones really when I film too much, but I'm wearing them today just so I can make sure that what you're hearing actually sounds good. But I'm just going to be playing with the windscreen. I brought a brush with me as well, so maybe we'll do some mic brushing. And just going to be whispering to you about really anything that comes to mind. I didn't plan too much what I was going to say, which I normally don't do ever. I usually have a mental list in my mind of things that I want to talk about. But I have found that the videos where I don't plan what I'm going to say actually go over very well. So it's going to get very rambly in this video, but I know you guys like them, so it's okay. So I can tell you about how I just almost hurt myself while trying to set up my equipment for this video. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, or if you saw my outfits of the week video back in the summer, you would know that I have a very large mirror leaning up against my wall. It's very heavy. It's probably, I'm looking at it right now, it's probably 7 feet tall or something like that. I would guess about 7 feet. And behind it is the outlet that I use to plug in my ring light. So I had forgotten to close my window, so I got up, went to close my window so that you wouldn't hear, background noise or the loud birds that live in the tree outside my window. And on my way back, I had to step over the wire that connects to my ring light. It was already plugged in, and I guess I didn't raise my leg high enough, and the wire got stuck between my toes, and it almost knocked my ring light off of the tripod, and the mirror came crashing down. Luckily, I caught it in time, and it did not smack me in the head. But I broke its fall with my elbow, so I'm gonna have a nice little bruise on my elbow. But I would rather that than my head. I'd be showing up to work with a big knot on my forehead. That would be embarrassing. So that was my struggle just now, but nothing broke, and I didn't injure myself. So it's just a funny story. These things just only seem to happen to me. But yeah, speaking of my equipment, some of my equipment is starting to go. Everything works. Like, take for example my ring light. The light obviously works. The tripod, or the mount of the ring light, the actual ring, is broken, and so I can't attach it to the tripod, if that makes sense. It just sits on it, so it's like a balance game, and I just, like, once I set it up, I can't touch it. But it's really hard because I can't lock it in place, and so it moves, and transporting it is really hard, like, to different places in my room. It'll fall off, and level. Like I can level the 3 pegs of the tripod so that it's level, but it doesn't last. A couple minutes later, like I could probably move it. Like it shouldn't be wobbling like this. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to stop the windscreen noise, but yeah, it's just a couple of things that I'm dealing with. My equipment that I've been using for probably 3 years around. And so, you know, I understand that equipment doesn't last forever. I get it, but it's stressing me out because, well, I'm not really stressed, not really. Everything works. It's just annoying to work with sometimes. And I'm not really in a place where I want to go spend, you know, a bunch of money on new stuff, sadly. Anyway, I didn't mean to complain. Everything works. And I should be thankful for that, and I am. This setup was just a lot today, so I guess I needed to vent. Anyway, it's really hot in here, and it's really hot outside, and it's annoying me because I have so many fall clothes that are ready to be worn from last year, all my favorite sweaters and boots, and I can't wear them because I will have a heat stroke. All last week, pretty much, it was like in the 80s / high 70s. I want to go apple picking, but I don't feel like sweating the whole time, so I haven't gone. I was talking to my friend. He used to live on the East Coast, but now he lives in LA, California. So it doesn't really get too cold over there. Cold to them is like 40 degrees or 50 degrees. But we were talking about this the other day, and he was saying, what did he say? He was like, I want to wear like my beanies and my sweaters, but I also need to wear them, if that makes sense. And I was like, wow, yeah, that is the most real thing I think I've ever heard. Because I am the type of person that I prefer to be cold than be all sweaty all the time. I love the summer, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather wear the sweaters and the jackets to keep myself warm. When I sleep, I cannot be hot or else I won't sleep. I'd rather it be super cold in my room or wherever I'm sleeping and just use a bunch of thick blankets to keep me warm. It's just more comfortable and more cozy for me. So I am waiting for this cooler weather. I'm ready. I'm wearing a long sleeve sweater-ish shirt today that I have no business wearing, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's late September at this point. Come on. See, I say all this now, but once I'm shoveling snow off of my car and around my car, I probably won't agree with what I'm saying right now. Also, did you guys see that ASMR Darling was on the Kelly Clarkson show? The Kelly Clarkson show, if you don't know, Kelly Clarkson has a talk show now. I think it started like 2 or 3 weeks ago or something like that. And Taylor, ASMR Darling, who I'm sure you all know, was invited to be a guest on her show. And I think she did, like, they set up a little table for them with microphones, and she was basically teaching Kelly Clarkson, I guess from what I saw, I didn't watch the whole thing, she was teaching her like how to do ASMR or perform ASMR, try to give someone ASMR. And I posted it on my Instagram story for those of you who saw it, and I was like, yeah, girl, and I think that's awesome that she was, you know, invited, and I love that ASMR is slowly starting to become more of a known thing, and a lot of people still don't understand it, and that's normal, but it's slowly starting to become a more known thing, a more accepted thing, and I think people are starting to realize the benefits that ASMR can have. But as I was thinking about it, I don't know, I like ASMR has been mentioned on various talk shows, including Ellen, a number of months ago, and while the exposure is great and it makes me really happy, it's fuzzies, I sometimes don't like the way it's introduced. Like, I think when I googled ASMR Darling Kelly Clarkson show or something, ASMR wasn't in the title, I don't think, other than ASMR Darling, but instead of calling it like ASMR, they called it braingasms, and I really don't like when they refer to ASMR like that, because it just makes it sound like a sexual thing, which a lot of people think that it is, which, again, many people have said it, you can literally make anything sexual, anything, but that doesn't mean that's what it was meant for. And it makes me sad that sometimes, like, you can, if you just type ASMR into YouTube, certain thumbnails will come up that will give ASMR just a bad name, and they have so many views, so of course they're the first ones that show up when you type ASMR. Not all of them, but a select few. You can imagine what I'm saying, and I'm not thinking of anybody in particular. I'm really not. I don't even know their names, but I've seen a couple thumbnails and I'm just like, no, because that's why, like, some people get nervous to tell their friends and family, like, yeah, I make ASMR videos, because if they go search ASMR, that's the first thing they're gonna see, and it's like, oh, that's what you do when you're alone in your house with your camera, like, it's like, no, that's not what I do at all. Where did I put that brush? I mean, for me, I've kind of gotten over that, because pretty much everyone in my life now knows that I make these videos. I think everyone, I can think of maybe 2 people that I haven't told yet, just because either I haven't seen them or it just hasn't come up. And so I've taken the time to try to educate my friends on what it is and what it is that I do, and they're all super supportive. Even if they don't understand it completely, they, you know, they accept it, and they'll always ask, you know, how my channel's doing, and you know, a lot of them want to try to come and film a video with me, and it's really cool. But I think it's super important to try to educate people on what it really is, and so that's why I think it's good that Taylor was invited to the show, so that she can kind of explain it in her own words rather than like an article be just written about the videos. Or Ellen didn't have an ASMR artist, no, she just kind of like talked about it. So I don't know, moral of the story, in my opinion, the exposure is great. I just don't like the way it's delivered all the time. And Lily Whispers shared a comment on her Instagram story. Oh, it was a comment that she wrote under Ellen's video on ASMR or something, and she wrote a whole thing, and it was so well written. I read it last night on her story, and it's basically just saying what I just said, you know, how certain people think that ASMR is just a fad now, or like a phase of YouTube where everyone just wants to get a camera and whisper and get monetized and blah 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 blah. Not realizing that there are actual health benefits and mental benefits to ASMR if it's used properly and effectively, and if the intent is right. sure a lot of you follow her Instagram, so I'm sure you probably saw it. So, I mean, it makes me kind of sad, but at the same time, it's like baby steps, you know? I was not expecting to go into all that. I really wasn't, but good for Taylor. She's killing it right now. I remember when she first started, I remember seeing her first couple of videos, and her first Chick-fil-A video that took off and did really well. I remember all that like it was yesterday, and now she's like killing the game. I think this sounds better than the brush, but this should sound like, to me it sounds like the ocean waves. That's exactly what it sounds like. I think Grace V just uploaded a fuzzy mic video not that long ago. I think my favorite fuzzy mic video ever was made by Maria Gentle Whispering, and she had her two binaural mics, or two separate mics, and they each had a fuzzy screen, and she had like a pick or something, and she was just like going in and like, I don't even know what she was doing, but I was like in a trance, and I think she was doing inaudible whispers as well. I'll try to link it if I can find it, even though I'm sure you've all seen it by now because it's old. But yeah, I remember that video. That video literally mesmerizes me every time. It doesn't put me to sleep, but it just makes me sit there like this. It's so cool to have been. I've been in this community for like 10 years. I've only been making videos for almost 5. January will be 5 years, which is crazy. But I've been watching ASMR videos and I've been around for like 10 years. And so it's just crazy to see how far everybody's come and all the new people, and so much has changed in a good way mostly. Some people take it too far, but anyway. So I have a good amount of exciting videos coming up. I'm gonna do another outfit of the week video when it finally becomes fall weather, and I'll do like a fall edition because a lot of you really liked that video, which was cool. I didn't know how that was gonna go over, and you guys really liked it. So once it gets cold enough or chilly enough a little bit, I can do that. I have another eating video coming. It's not gonna be like a mukbang or anything. No fast food. That was like a one-time deal. I don't count Chick-fil-A as fast food, even though it is, but I don't count it. But it's just like it's like a snack eating video of something that I've never tried before, but I want to try, so I'll film it, and that'll be fun. I'm already thinking of Christmas videos. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. I need summer to go away. Anyway, I hope you liked my little chit-chat rambling. Like I said, I really was not planning to get into all that. But as a reminder, if you would like to see 3 extra videos from me every month that will not be posted here on YouTube, they're exclusive videos, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. It's 3 extra videos and occasionally some polls for $3 a month. So you can go check that out, as well as all my other links, my link to my second channel, all that good stuff. And for those of you who always ask about my necklace, I always try to keep it linked in the description box, because I do get a lot of questions about it. So if you're curious, just go read the description. But I hope that you